Hi, how you doing? I'll try give you a bit of a video of it. She's not. Let's whip some bits off. The mighty Sierra EFI. As I say, the wiring loom, I don't know whether what I said or didn't say. The wiring loom is just sort of loose in here. It's all wired up. But the idea was basically this is just so it runs. Obviously, if you're going to use it on the road, you probably want to put some little clips in it and stuff like that. Clip it down. It's got braided fuel lines. Again, they're kind of they're in. They do the job. But again, you probably want securing. Obviously, things are all over the place. The one thing it definitely will need sorting out is the throttle cable. So at the minute, it's just a bit of a bodge job. But the pedal box is a new pedal box. It's all a new motorsport pedal box, and it's got Willwood. You can see them down there. Willwood Masters, all with stainless braided lines. So it has a little quick release turn. So everything's designed to be quick release, basically, on the whole car. I mean, literally, as I say, I can take it apart in about 4 hours. So it's got master switch there. I think there's probably only a little bit of fuel in it, but whatever. Let's see if it. I won't run it too long because I'll gas myself because I'm just in the garage. I've got no coolant in it or anything like that. As things stand, let's whip off the front now. Yeah, so it's got silicone hoses on everything. They're, say it's probably done like a couple 100 miles basically. K&N, alloy rad, new fan. I think the alternator's wired up. ECU sits just here. Just Velcro it in. And then just pull these side panels down. The side panels are not riveted on, so they can be re-riveted on, obviously. But for me, it's just easy because I can just get to all the bolts for the prop. And around the back, so this sort of shows the braking system coming through, so to the rears and the splits. So even the brakes they've got these hydraulic connectors on them, like you get on sort of race bikes and things like that. But basically it means you can disconnect the whole of that corner can now come off, but you don't lose any hydraulic pressure to the brakes. So it just means I can disassemble the car and reassemble the car without having to bleed brakes, right? So no faffing around, which is kind of cool. The handbrake cable snaps. So these two big ones are the handbrake cable. It goes through to a little jobby here, sort of half moon jobby, and as you can see, it snapped. I think I saw. I've got another handbrake cable here. But the wheels are. They've never really been on the road, apart from down to a local car show for a few miles. So they're brand new, pretty much. They've got a few little marks just from storage and shipping, or that kind of thing, but nothing major. The tyres are exactly the same, right? So the tyres have still got there's zero wear on the tyres, basically. They are a few years old, obviously, but they've not been used, so they're probably a bit hard, but they'll be a lot of fun. It's on drums on the back, discs on the front. The brakes are obviously, as you'd expect, they're just a bit. You can see a bit of that, just a bit of surface rust on them, really. Upright needs a bit of a tidy up, a bit of coat or something on it. Wishbones are all decent, solid. The steering rack is a steering rack. Not very exciting there. The shocks. They're gas shocks. They are single way adjustable. Just adjust them off this little thing down the bottom there. I used to run them on my lease, the gas shocks. They're all right. It's like the seats. It's got a bit of carbon on it. It's not a carbon seat, right? It's a GRP seat. It's just got a little bit of carbon around the top of it. The gauges, I can't remember what I've got actually hooked up. I think, okay, so yeah, you got lights and indicators, do indicatey things, kind of cool. Well, dodgy wiring going on there somewhere. So, what's the other one do? Does it go the other way? Oh yeah, no, that one's working. Yeah, weird. So yeah, just it's a loom that's been that I took the original Ford loom and just stripped out all the stuff that wasn't needed, basically. So yeah, that's the main. What else to say? The exhaust is pretty decent. It's just on one rubber hanger just there, and then it would need obviously clipping. Oh, warm now, a little bit. It would just need clipping up. It's just got a standard. It's got the standard Ford manifold on there, but I mean, you know, this is not at the end of the day. It's a 2-litre engine in a car that weighs 600 kilos, so it doesn't really need anything super duper on it to make it pretty quick, but you know, whatever. You could put a 421 net or something like that. Oh, the gauges, yeah, the instruments. So there's a takeoff from the because this is I think these are I'm pretty sure, looking at them, it's the standard Sierra cluster. So I think I did the wiring for the fuel sender, fuel limit. Yeah, fuel level sensor is in there, but I don't know what else is. I think that the speedometer cable is a cable driven, which is here somewhere. Yeah, so it's this little chap. So I just never bothered fitting it because, again, I don't really use it. I've got some bits of alloy things that came off the car originally, but nothing exciting. I don't have any doors for it or anything like that. I've just got like a weather hood. What I also can't find is there was like a bit of ply that was covered with a bit of material that sat over this back section. I can't find it. I was looking for it the other day. I've got so much crap still in the garage, you know, it's like. I don't know where that is, which is really weird. Oh, you might as well, yeah, while it's up, have a look underneath. Not as much to see. Yeah, so there's a rear corner look. And there, and then underneath it's just a steel underside. I think it's steel, yeah, it's steel. There's some weld marks on it, so it's definitely steel. Obviously the chassis is just all box section. I suppose if I were going to do anything serious with it and track it or something like that, oh yeah, you can see there, the gearbox is not even bolted in. It's like hanging down a little bit. Need to put 2 bolts in there just to lift it up into position. But yeah, if I was going to track it, this roll hoop, I mean, yeah, it's a roll hoop, right? But it is just bolted down on 4 here. It surely needs something triangulating back off it, right? I would imagine. Back to this rear section. If I was going to do anything sort of serious with it, although you obviously get full cages and all sorts for these things. So yeah, yeah, the bodywork on it, it's all right. It's still its original GRP colour. So there's some sections that have had a bit of GRP filler. That have just been, you know, roughly done. I think it had trims at one stage that went over here. I don't know where no, I don't think I've got them. They probably end up in a bin. But yeah, so you know, obviously it can be tied up with some trims along the whole thing, and obviously there's little bits of paint that could be done. I think there's a couple of marks in the back. I think they're probably, I don't know whether they were roof mounted to, I'm not sure really, but there clearly used to be some sort of studs in there all the way around. Again, it's got a bit of GRP filler there. These side panels, all right, there's nothing, what that is, so it's just polish out. It used to have my Build a Car logo on here, but I just took them off, so you could put MK cars on or whatever. It's got a bit of a nick on the corner there and a little bit there, but again, yeah, so yeah, well, there you go. A bit of a tour, but yeah, hope that helps.